but understand that this problem of mothers or fathers not stepping up and doing the things they need to do has nothing to do with race.
Thank you.
It's a universal situation, and it's sad. Me being a mother of 10, I've seen a lot of things. Some of my baby daddies, I wanted to choke. But really, honestly, it's just because of the fact that it's okay, when you give and do for your kids until, this is another subject that's about to come up, y'all. You do for your kids until you get with somebody else.
Until they see that you married now, you're committed to that relationship,
yes.
then things change.
Right.
Now that's where a situation arises for me. One night, I picked my daughter up. She had just got back from out of town. Won't get into too many of those little details. She had got back from out of town and things didn't go exactly as he had planned. He realized that he didn't have any clout. You really don't have say-so being an absent parent, you know what I'm saying, by me being a custodial parent, always have been. Mm-hmm. And then she returns home. Once she returns home, I don't allow a 10-year-old a cell phone. That was just for traveling purposes. So I took the phone from her. Mm-hmm. So he was calling, but before I took the phone from her, he knew that she had made it home safely. So if she's home safely, there's nothing else to discuss. Let me take her on home, get her prepared for school for the next day. Next thing you know, Henrico County Police was knocking at my door. He had called the police and pretended that he didn't know if she was okay and gave them this story. And no matter what he did, I didn't feel it. I just let it go. I just was like, doesn't matter. Some things you have to just let it go.
Oh, okay. I definitely.
Because it wasn't as if I moved on, he moved on. We both moved on. So where's the problem?
But I think with situations like that, that's when you really realize if they feel like they can have you and the other person.
No.
If they feel as if not on your end, but I'm just saying, in their mind. I actually been through a situation that I had a baby mother to feel like she can run my household, and anybody that knows me, that ain't how it's happening. And she sparked my book to the utmost. And then she does a lot of things, and Lord knows I'm not for one calling out nobody names. So luckily, and I know you're watching, I'm not gonna call out your name. But at the end of the day, my husband does what he has to do for his children. I do as a stepmother and a mother what I have to do for my kids. Yeah. I call myself the lioness, and the kids are my cubs. And I will do whatever it takes to make sure they are safe, that they eat, that they are clothed, and they have a place to live. And if anybody is a good parent, I feel that they feel the same way. You might not be a lioness, but
Not that long shot.
I'm just saying, but that's just how I feel. I've had a lot of drama that you wouldn't even begin to understand.
Tell us.
But are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, let's go here. I am, first, let me give you my disclosure, a very God-fearing woman. Always have been. But this particular day, I received a message on my phone saying, you need to hurry up and get home. So I'm wondering why I need to hurry up and get home. Well, the situation arises that the baby mother wanted her kids to hurry up and get home when she said so, right now. So, okay. But I'm the one taking them. I'm the one who has them on the weekends. I didn't get to partake in the making of them, okay? So as a good stepmother, I think that I'm supposed to be there as a mother. That's just how I'm raised. Maybe everybody's not raised like that, but I'm raised that way. So I go to meet her, and we have had our choice words over and over.
In front of the children.
Over again. I try not to do stuff in front of the children. I try very hard. It's very hard.
Will you admit that you've played that childish moment?
I have played that childish moment to the utmost.
I've never had that encounter, ever.
Luckily,
surprisingly.
I only had it. Oh my God, you just don't know. I didn't. Yes, you do. Let me change that. You do. But I didn't have it at all in the beginning. And I'm 2 times married. This is my second marriage, and I didn't have it until my second marriage. And when I had it, I didn't understand it because I'm not the one to keep my cool as good with other people. That brings drama into my life. But let's go back to the story. I took the kids to meet the mother.
Did you hurry?
Oh, no, I didn't hurry. I took my time. You can't run me. So at the end of the day, run your house. We don't live at the same address. I took the kids to meet the mother, and, the kids were looking scared as if something was about to go down.
How old are these kids? I'm just wondering. I want to know, like.
At the time?
At the time.
Oh, my God. They had to be, like, maybe 8 and 11.
Kids learn from example now. What y'all was doing in front of children?
Nothing. If my eyes could kill, we'd be going to a funeral. That's how serious it was. And then I got to her, and I was mad, upset, angry, enraged. But then something says, now mind you, I'm spiritual. The Holy Spirit says, give her a hug. I said, I got to be going crazy. I must be going crazy. You can't be talking about me. I gave her a hug, though, because I listened to the Holy Spirit. I listened to God. And when I gave her a hug, guess what happened? She broke down crying.
Sound like her situation wasn't meant for you. It was something personal.
Exactly.
It was. But then, maybe 2 weeks later, the same person came back. I've been dealing with that situation for years on end. And still today, dealing with the foolishness. Nothing is enough at all. So when is enough enough? When do you feel like, as a mother, as a father, that the other parent has done enough?
I just want to say this, as far as the kids are concerned, at a certain age, the kids can speak for themselves. And I feel like the conversations that take place between the two parents, that can cease at a certain age because kids can speak for themselves.
But it doesn't cease if they're still.
My oldest daughter, she's 17 now, but by me and her father still getting along and things of that nature, it was never a problem for us to still communicate occasionally because we got along as co-parents. But there are times when you just do not get along. And if that is the case and you don't have a mediator in place or arbitrator, somebody that can step into and say, hey, well, because at one point I had to do this with one of my daughters. I had to drop her off at one place. He had to come there and pick her up so we wouldn't have any kind of correspondence because we just couldn't get along. So if that happens, kids get a certain age, what's the point of they 13, 14, 15, 16 years old? Why are you still corresponding with the absent parent? For what reason?
Absolutely.
What reason? What do we have to talk about that your child can't sit on the phone and carry on a conversation with you about? We have a son together, right? This, for instance, hypothetically speaking, we have a son together. Our son is 14. He wants to visit with you on the weekends. That's fine with me. Never stop you from visiting your son. Right. What reason do we have to still sit on the phone and talk? None at all. No. Really, none at all.
Unless it's grades or behavior.
Unless there are other issues. Right.
Issues.
Parental issues. Now,
exactly.
If parental issues do not exist, then what reason do we have to talk? What reason?
No reason.
Yeah.
Some parents still do that, and that's where the conflict comes in at.
Exactly.
That's where it's a conflict.
Exactly. So what do you think if you have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old and you say, well, since you didn't pay my child support,
oh my God,
you can't see my kids.
So money is a leverage now?
Money is a leverage because of the fact that I just feel like at the end of the day, that person is unhappy. And so it's not even about the situation of if you're giving me money. It's about, this is what, I wouldn't be going through this if we were together, so on and so forth.
So money is the control factor.
Exactly.
Right,
Money
absolutely.
is the control factor in that particular relationship. So the money just masked whatever was going on underneath, feelings or sense of control.
It's a way to get the conversation going, in a sense. Well, if you don't do this here, I'm going to do this, but we could talk about it. So, you understand what I'm saying? It's the conversation starting, in a sense. It's the control level.
Okay. Well, what do y'all think about if one day you're on Facebook and ding, you get an instant message and the message says, Hi, my name is Rebecca Lane, and my mommy told me you're my daddy.
Oh my Jesus.
Ooh.
Help them.
Help.
Help them.
First off, I'm gonna say, who was your mama?
That's the first thing.
Right?
Who was your
First.
mama?
Who are
That's
you?
the first thing.
And how old are you supposed to be? Because
Okay.
my calculator is going off in my head to try to figure out what the heck is going on.
No calculator need to go off. We need to get a paternity test.
Yeah.
Let me talk to your mother.
But if the calculator don't add up, there's no point in going that far.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand what you're
I'm not
saying.
gonna waste my
My
time
time.
if it doesn't add up enough.
So what if you went that far, you took a paternity test and it was negative, but then you blame it on, well, somebody else was taking the paternity test at the same time I was taking the paternity test, and then, what do you do then? Because the child is still thinking that you are their father.
That's a touchy subject there.
It's real though.
I know one
It's
person.
real.
I know one guy that he doesn't have any children, and he knew that the child wasn't his. He take care of the child as if it was his very own. And have no problem doing it. Take daycare, summer camps, anything he needs. He a total provider, no problem. Stand up guy, and I'm just like, wow. Here it is. You got men that lay down and have these kids with these women, and they don't do anything for their kids.
The person that you know, I mean, is he looking for other kids? Because I got
No,
some,
he ain't looking for no other kids. He is
I got
not
some.
up-
No,
he
I got
that
some
one
people
son.
that need some help. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for calling the Tracey McLean Show. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Richmond.
What's your name,
Okay.
caller?
My name is Michael.
Go ahead with your question or comment, please.
If two parents can't get along, I mean they just can't get along, is it right to keep a child in an environment like that?
No, it's not healthy.
Or should you go your own way and raise a child in a single parent relationship, which is not healthy neither? What is the best way to deal with that? Because some people
Okay.
just can't be together. And, these days you need two parents. And what's the best way to do it? Like I heard the young lady on the other one is beside you talking about her husband's baby mama. She had to give her a hug.
Sad.
Sometimes you just can't get along with people, and then when you bring in other spouses that don't get along with you because, it could be a volatile situation. So how do you handle something like that?
What's your name, Michael?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? I'm Taiyu. I was in that similar situation years ago, and I'm not going into too much detail because with everything going on. But we didn't. I had two children by a young lady. We just not getting along for anything. But that did not stop me from doing what I had to do as a father. And and she had kids lived with her. I would get them every weekend. They would I was involved with school, going to PTAs, going to classes, doing everything with them, right? When my son turned 15, Dad, I want to come live with you. That was one of the proudest moments of my life, and he came to stay with me.
Oh,
So
yes.
I've never lacked off of my responsibility, regardless of our situation. So I've been there, and luckily I had my wife, a strong woman beside me, to make sure that everything was straight, But she stepped in and helped out, and again, when he turned 15, he came to stay with me. He's 20 years old now, and I'm literally his biggest role model, and it's a wonderful feeling that when you do the right thing and you see rewards at the end of it.
Oh, you definitely will see rewards when you're a full-time parent and you're doing everything you can do. You definitely
Exactly. So just hang in there, man. Just keep doing what you got to do for your kids, because believe me, children see what you don't think they see.
I would give him some advice of not arguing in front of the kids.
will. Don't do it.
Don't do.
No, yeah.
If it comes to a point that the household's not functioning, you may have to go your own ways, amicable, split, but still be an emotional part in your child's life. You have to come to a point where that you are communicating for the benefit of the child. So that's what I would advise him to do.
And also, caller, I really must say, always keep your cool, because the next move is when you call the police, and then nobody gets to spend time with the kids. You won't be able to see your child.
Yeah.
And if you stay focused and remember that it's about your child, at the end of the day, it's all about the kids. Everybody must remember that. Please, if you need to go your separate way, then do so.
But still, don't forget about your kids.
Yeah, that's
and the
what
one
I was
thing I
gonna
want to
say.
say is sometimes parents do not get along. Everybody cannot co-parent. This is true. So when things of this nature take place,